Hey everybody, hope your day is going well. We are back with another reaction. Harry Chapin, Sniper, a request by Jason. Thank you so much for this request and donation. I already know this is going to be good. You know, I've reacted to some songs by Harry Chapin and his writing is off the charts, next level stuff. So I do know a bit about this song because it was recommended quite a few times. And it was on my long to-do list. So I'm happy this got moved up. This is about a mass shooting, I think, or at least it was inspired by, I believe it was Texas University, a clock tower. And I actually had read about this, you know, a few years ago. I believe the man who did it was Charles Whitman. But because he visited doctors, you know, more than one doctor before he did this, talking about his violent impulses. And then later on with the autopsy, they discovered a tumor in his brain or something, which might have affected the way he behaved, you know, which is no excuse, of course. But it is, that's why I came across it in reading, you know, I don't know what I was researching for a book I was writing. So yeah, we're gonna jump into this song, Sniper, which, oof, that title alone, man.
Here's a song that I could probably talk about for 2 weeks, but I'm not going to burden you, and hopefully the story and the words will tell it the way it should be.
Before we start, you know, I love that he said that, because sometimes these reactions, especially with the ones that are very complex and intricately written, you know, you could talk about them for, you know, weeks, for years, you know, because it opens up conversation. You know, one line sometimes is worth talking about for an hour, you know. So if even he can do that, you know, about his own songs, you know, just like, and, you know, us human beings, the listener, we even, you know, look for things sometimes that aren't there even, you know. So I love that he said that, you know, because this is what I love to do, you know. Hey, man, what a dude. Yo, let's go.
The story and the words will tell it the way it should be.
Hey, he definitely can do that.
It is an early Monday morning. The sun is becoming bright on the land. No one is watching as he comes a-walking. 2 bulky suitcases hang from his hands.
Man.
He heads towards the tower that stands in the campus. He goes through the door, starts up the stairs. The sound of his footsteps, the sound of his breathing, the sound of the silence, but no one was there. I did not really know him, he was kind of strange. Always sort of sat down, he never seemed to change. He reached the catwalk, he put down his burden. The 4-sided clock began to chime. 7 a.m., the day is beginning. There's so much to do, so little time. He looks at the city where no one had known him. He looks at the sky where no one looks down. He looks at his life and what it had shown him. He looks for his shadow, it cannot be found.
Wow.
he was such a moody child, very hard to touch. Even as a baby, he never smiled too much. No, no. No, no. You bug me, she said. You're ugly, she said. Please hurt me, I said. But she just sat there with the same flat stare that she says to me alone when I'm home. When I'm home. Take me home.
Is that part, you know, suppose like from his from the perpetrator, the shooter's mom perspective, that part, you know, he was such a moody child, very hard to touch. I do believe that day or earlier he also had killed his mother, maybe some other family members too. I'm not too sure. It's been years since I've read about it. But you know, the "you bug me," she said, you know, it's in his head. It's in his head, like the things maybe his mom said. You know, a lot of you know, these guys who do that, you know, when you start to read about childhood, there's a lot of trauma there. Again, no excuse, but you know, there many times, you know, I've read so much about it. It is a lot of times that there is a lot of abuse and trauma in there. So maybe sometimes with different parents, maybe it could have been different. You know, it's always that what if game, you know, but that doesn't help the victims. Just again, the writing here, the suspense as well in the music, you know, in the beginning that the guitarist was tapping on his guitar, ding, 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 ding. All of that helps with this ominous feeling, you know, that is being created because it's early in the morning. Sun is coming bright, you know. There is an eerie element in describing the beautiful day when this horrible event is about to take place. You know, just putting it in there. A day as any day, you know, you just walk to work and somebody could come up to you and do whatever, you know, you don't know. So describing that in this way, nobody looks at somebody walking with these bulky suitcases is very scary because you never know who lives next door, or, you know, to play on the imagination and fears that we already have inside of us in a story. It works, you know. But that's really well done. And of course, the way he's singing it too. Oh, incredible artist, man. Passed too soon as well, right? Oh man.
Take me home. He laid out the rifles and loaded the shotgun, stacked up the cartridges along the wall. He knew he would need them for his conversation. If it went as planned, then he might use them all. He said, listen, you people, I've got a question. You won't pay attention, but I'll ask anyhow. I've found a way that will force you to answer. Been waiting to ask you till now. Right now, I am a lover who's never been kissed. Am I am a fighter who's not made a fist. Am I? If I am alive, then there's so much I've missed. How do I know I exist? Are you listening to me? Are you listening to me? Am I? The first words he spoke took the town by surprise. One got Mrs. Gibbons above her right eye. It blew her through the window, wedged her against the door. Reality born from her face, staining the floor. a creepy, sort of a dunce. I met him at the corner bar, but I only dated the poor boy once, that's all. Just once, that was all. Bill Whedon was questioned as he stepped from his car. Tom Scott ran across the street, but he never got that far. Police were there in minutes. They set up barricades, but he spoke right on over them in a half-mile circle in the dumbstruck city. His pointed questions were squeezed.
Wow.
He knocked over Danny Tyson as he ran towards the noise. And just about then the answer started coming, sweet, sweet joy. Button in the clock face, winding off the walls, reaching up to where he sat there answering calls. 37 people got his message so far. Yes, he was reaching them right where they are. They set up an assault team. They asked for volunteers. They had to go and get him. That much is clear. And the word spread about him on the radios and TV. The appropriately overtones they asked, who can it be?
Wow, man. This is a tough one to listen to. This is a tough one to listen to. And, you know, the way he's describing it's very vivid, very vivid. So in terms of writing, really, really great. Just it's the subject matter, right? Is, you know, and what I was wondering, are this real names of victims that he's using, or are they fictional names? Just you know, to not. And that's a problem, right? I realize that it's a problem that I don't know that, but I do know the name of the shooter. Which is it's a sign of our society that, you know, we know, you know, all of these famous, infamous serial killers and mass murderers over the years, you know, and then the names of the victims we don't really know, which is, yeah. It's a problem. I admit it. It's you know, I am very interested in human behavior and all that, and, you know, getting into these subjects. But it's definitely a problem. Damn, 37 people got his message so far. This is tough, man. Not for daily consumption, this song.
He was a very dull boy, very taciturn, not much of a joiner. He did not want to learn, no, no. No, no. They're coming to get me. They don't want to let me stay in the bright light too long.
Wow.
It's getting unknow now. It's going to be soon now. But oh, what a wonderful song. Mama, won't you nurse me? Rain me down the sweet milk of your kindness. Mama, it's getting worse for me. Won't you please make me warm and mindless? Mama, yes, you have cursed me. I never will forgive you for your blindness.
Fucking
The
hell.
wires are all humming for me, and I can hear them coming for me. Soon they'll be here, but there's nothing to fear. Not anymore, though they blasted the door. As the copter dropped the gas, he shouted, "Oh, gas!" They could hear him laughing as they started up the stairs. They stormed out on the catwalk, blinking at the sun, with their final fusillade. His answer had come. Am I? There is no way that you can hide me. Am I? Though you have put your fire inside me. Am I? You've given me my answer. Can't you see? I was.
Wow. Jeez. That was a visceral song, you know, and it's about a brutal, you know, a terrible event, you know, that has impacted so many lives, you know. Just the way he had written it and then performs it, you know. The music itself has arcs, you know. If you listen to what he's saying and how the music sounds at that time, you know, it's just so well thought out. Incredible. And of course, the way he is singing then, you know, almost sometimes madness is in there. There is you know, desperation in there, you know, when he's going through "Mama, won't you nurse me?" You get this almost sympathetic feeling, you know, to the singer, but then you link that to the shooter, which is very, you know, it creates such a bad feeling in your gut because we only want is to be black and white, and we want to paint these people as monsters, you know. And of course they need to be held accountable for their actions, you know. Trauma is not an excuse, like I said, but it's such a difficult topic, you know, when so many people lost their lives and just you know, family members, you know, are just, you know, whole families are destroyed for generations to come. Wow. Tackling this subject, man, this man not everybody's up to the task of doing that. Wow. That was a powerful one, and I definitely want to revisit it just again, just because there's so much in it. You know, there's a whole arc in it. You know, you can see the news is spreading. Then the police are coming, and he is really establishing, I will be. Now you won't forget me, right? Like I said, I know his name. And then you start to think, you know, that this person who did it realized or was aware of his violent tendencies. Like, oh, there's something wrong with me, or I'm going to the doctor, or maybe even multiple doctors, if I remember it correctly. Could this have been prevented? You know, if the doctors took action. I don't know. It's been the years. I don't know the full story, but I do remember that, and remember they did an autopsy afterwards. You know, so somebody comes to a doctor and saying, "Hey, dude, I feel like I want to hurt somebody." Well, you know, maybe we should pay attention to that. I don't know, man. Wow, Harry Chapin, what an artist, incredible singer, and an even more incredible writer. Wow. Thank you for spending some time with me. Hope you have a great day. Stay safe out there.